Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote, and I'm welcoming you back to our Let's Play of Civilization VI. Haha, you were expecting me to say EU4 if you were following me from day to day, weren't you? But no, I've finally gotten to get this going here with the Civ 6, and we're finally going to try and get that tutorial done so we can get into the American campaign here. Now, you might notice that this is a little bit different than the last video. As I said in the previous video, and part of what was holding it up, was that Civ 6's tutorial does not allow saving in the middle of it. So I got it the best I could back to where we were without having us end up with any new sort of details. So we are here at a new point where it looks like that our civic idea, the code of laws it was going to, was finished. So it's asking us to pick a new civic. But it's a little bit different because I believe I must have taken a different path with the scout than I did before, so we haven't actually met Hammurabi and the Babylonians yet. We will. I'm trying to get him back to that so we can at least get that going. But I wanted to get this started with us doing our civic, since that was brand new. So here we are. Our people truly thrive under your guidance, but as our civilization grows, so too must our leadership. Alright. By accumulating culture, you have just unlocked Code of Laws, which contains your first government,
to better
chiefdom.
steer the growth of our people.
So it looks like we're starting off as a chiefdom here. Yes, that's Chief Cleopatra there. And so it's asking for us to pick the new government type. Well, there are many types of governments in Civilization VI. In addition to various benefits, each government has a number of slots in which you can enact policies. So the chiefdom here, as it looks like the Civilopedia, legacy bonuses that are earned benefits that stay with us as we progress through different systems of government. So essentially it'll keep a few things that will, as we go from chiefdom all the way to full democracy and beyond, there's going to be a couple things that we remember. As you can see here, we've got a slot for military policy, a slot for economic policy, and a couple of extra slots that are closed right now due to chiefdom. The first government available to you is a chiefdom. It has 2 available slots for policies. The first slot in chiefdom is for military.
Discipline is the
second
heart of
is for
any
economic
army,
policies.
and is a valuable advantage over the unorganized barbarian rabble. Urban planning will only make our cities more organized and efficient. I suggest we enact both these policies.
All right, we'll take that pick here. So we change policy. To slot a policy, click and drag the policy from the right to the appropriate slot in your government on the left. Try that now by adding the discipline policy to the military, and then add the urban planning to the economic slot. Click the confirm policies button when you are done. Alright, so we've got discipline here for military, which gives +5 unit combat strength only when fighting barbarians. So I guess for civs and PCs, discipline is pointless. We've also got survey, which would double the zone for scouts and other recons. As you see here, we've got urban planning, which gives +1 production in all cities. So that'll, is good for early game. And God King, +1 faith and +1 gold in the capital. Now, obviously, this is why they're having us pick these 2, because the faith hasn't kicked in
Though
yet.
our
So,
policies
we'll
begin
these
to bear
policies.
fruit, our
Hit yes
civilization will only continue to grow. We must plan for the future.
And we must. Alright. Much in the same way that you are research new technologies by generating science in your cities, you unlock civics by generating culture. You have already unlocked the Code of Laws Civic, which enabled you to establish your first government. Now you need to select a new civic to advance toward. Alright, so we got the civics tree here. So as you can see, we have several trees now, in addition to, other than just the one tree. So that's good. Similar to the technology tree, the civics tree has different choices and paths as you progress through the game. For this tutorial, click the craftsmanship civic to start advancing next. Alright, so craftsman here improves the Sphinx, which unlocks that unique improvement. Which gives faith and culture. And then you have the ILKUM policy, which gives builders, and the AGOG, which gives production towards ancient and classical era melee and ranged units. So looks like that is one is good, obviously, until it becomes obsolete. Alright, so we got that going. Looks like the scout can move. Ah! Finally! So we got Gilgamesh here. We're going to skip through this since we already warped that part. It's an honor to meet you. We would love to establish your hospitality.
And there we go. Competition. As we do not yet know the true intention of this people, might I suggest we proceed with caution?
Alright, so now we are officially caught up. We've found Gilgamesh and the Babylonians here. And, well, I guess it wouldn't be the Babylonians, it would just be, or... You have met the leader of another civilization. In Civilization VI, there would typically be several other civilizations sharing the world map with you. These are controlled by the game AI, and all have the same abilities and ambitions that you do. As you play, you will need to consider how to deal with your neighbors and watch them carefully to improve your understanding of their strategy. Okay. So now we're officially caught up to where we were last time. So that's all a good thing here. Alright. So now we can finally go here. You can see we've met the civilization. And he's a scout. And you can see here the edge, just very barely, of this city. Little blue dotted line here. Okay. So I've sent our builder out here. I'm going to have him do this coffee as soon as the irrigation goes. But until then, he's probably just going to sit. Alright. Thinking we might end up needing to go here for our next city. If just to put a check on the Uramites, or Babylonians, or whatever they want, wherever Gilgamesh's people is represented here. Meanwhile, a scout is just being a scout. Or I could open a mine. Or a farm. You can see there, he has several other benefits here on that. So for now, I'm just going to have him just kind of sit there. Skip the turn. Or I can move too. So I'll just move to here. I'll just keep sort of moving them around until the irrigation is done. It's going to take about 5 turns here.
This monument stands as a symbol of the accomplishments and determination of our people. Truly, they shall now be inspired to push even further into the lands beyond.
Very nice. Alright, so we got the monument finished. Now, I will say that I'm not going to have just my builders running around blindly in the campaign. Right now, I'm just having him sort of be on hold since this is his last improvement, and I don't want him to go to waste. Now, excuse me there. I'm sure I'll be able to build more builders, but I'm not sure how this tutorial is going to pan out, so what I mean is how much time they're going to give me. Alright, so, boom. Your city has finished production on the monument building. All buildings contribute to a city's development in specific ways. The monument will increase the culture generated by the city, which extends the city's influence over additional
Perhaps we are now ready to spread our civilization beyond our capital city. If we do not claim the surrounding territory, others surely will.
Here we are. Looks like the tutorial is going to have us build a settler since we're at 3. So that's 3 is about the minimum I'd always recommend for a settler. That way you still have 1 in order to use some benefits to your city. Unless you are really at a land grab. But yeah, I'd say 3 is about the minimum that you want to think about doing a settler at. So, here we go. Once to open the production chooser, begin training a settler unit. Remember, the production chooser can either be accessed from the city's information panel or from the choose production reminder in the notification panel on the right side of the game view. All right, so
these
right
brave
here,
settlers
and
are
we'll build
ready
a
to
settler.
carry our culture into the unknown. However, it will take some time before they are prepared for the journey that awaits them.
Okay. So I don't know if it's going to have us fast forward or not, but we'll see. Alright. So, okay. Now, I still have this scout out scouting about. So we'll have him move. See if there's any more interesting things, or if he's just going to freeze to death. And, alright. So, keep the warriors inside the city. We're good there. Use your builder to construct a third improvement, which I will. And then complete the trailer. I just want to wait on that irrigation. Alright. So he's just going to keep moving. Mostly because this thing won't let me until he has an order. So I don't want to keep... Alright. How will the scout move over this way? If he can't move that way. I wonder if I can move him there. Okay. Well, there we go. Ah! The Delegation of Gilgamesh brings you gifts of Sumerian... Okay, they're the Sumerians then. And liars from Ur. Well, you accept them into your city. Well, sure, why not? Your delegation is most welcome, because we always like free stuff. And as we Northwesterners always say, free is a very good price. Alright, so it looks like he isn't trying to backstab us. He's just saying, yo, what's up? Alright, free stuff's always fun. If we can get our scout to move. Let's see if we can get him to move this way, because he's just kind of stuck there, and that's not great. There we go. Looks like they have some gypsum, which is just a luxury, but it still helps with some of that boost in culture and everything. Alright, so we got 3 turns to the irrigation and 4 turns to that settlement, so... Right, so the poor builder is just going to be kind of hanging out here, so we'll have him go over here. Well, the scout moved to here, so he'll move through Ur, but it looks like they're friendly, so they're not going to try to attack him. Alright, so we'll go next turn. I think this go kind of quickly. And the builder is just sort of... It's going to be hanging out here, like always. And move here. So this is actually a good way, good check to see how extensive this city is, because it looks like it's almost on a pyramid here. Yeah. So they got a little bit better than we do right now, probably due to building, but we're going to be having a city soon enough. And I'm probably going to have it be either near this fish or near these items. Okay, so hit next turn. Alright, so our irrigation popped. As is often in the case of history, technological discoveries inspire new technologies, building upon knowledge gained in the past. In a game of civilization, this is simulated by the technology tree. Click to open the technology tree button in the research panel to view it.
With knowledge comes opportunity.
We've got irrigation going.
As our people's understanding of this world grows, new paths present themselves to us.
Okay, so it looks like irrigation's a dead end on the tree here, which means we'll be able to go back and then pick something else based off of what we already know. The technology tree displays all of the researchable technologies available in the game of Civilization, from the ancient era all the way to the information era and beyond. The gold-colored nodes represent technologies that you have already finished researching. You have just finished researching pottery, no, actually it's irrigation, so it has been marked as complete. The dark gray nodes represent technologies that are available to begin research, but are not complete. So you can see the dark gray ones. So we got these 4 options of animal husbandry, sailing, astrology, and writing, but we can't do archery yet because animal husbandry hasn't been done. Light gray nodes represent the technologies that are not yet available to begin researching. These technologies need to first be unlocked by researching one or more prerequisite technologies. Sorry about that. Looks like I'm kind of going ahead of it. And it looks like we also have masonry, bronze working, and the wheel as options. Since we've already researched pottery, we're now able to begin researching on the writing technology. Writing's always fun. Alright, so writing will give us a library and a campus district, meaning we can start doing learning. Supposed to give us that library. So two sciences, a citizen slot, and a great scientist point per turn. Ooh. And then campus, which is a district, which bumps up a lot of science. Alright, so we'll select this. And notice the writing technology node status has changed, indicating that it is currently being researched. The number of turns required to finish research is indicated on the upper right corner of the node. So 8 turns here. We've already put 1 into it, hence that's what that number is. Alright. The symbols displayed inside the technology node represent new units, buildings, wonders, and abilities that are unlocked by the technology once it's completed. For example, once you have finished researching the writing technology... Well, okay, so this is a lot that I basically said. Once you start reading technology, you'll be able to construct a campus district, as well as a library, allowing you to bump up your size.
Our legacy will one day be recorded beyond the spoken word.
Yeah, we'll be nifty. All right. So we're close to that settler being popped, so that's probably what we're going to be doing next turn, is getting that new city founded. There we go. So we'll move our Scoutaroonie out into the great beyond. Looks like there's sheep. Sheep are always fun. That gets you wool. And other things. Mutton. Yes. Looks like craftsmanship is going to go in 2 turns. So we're coming along here pretty well.
Settlers have finished preparations and await your for them possess untold dangers. We must not allow them to go forth without protection.
Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that if that cut on you. I was trying to check the time really quickly because I want to break these videos up. Alright, so let's get started here. Units like settlers and builders are non-combat civilian units and thus cannot defend themselves. This leaves them highly vulnerable to be captured or killed by enemy units. However, your military units can act as protection for the civilian unit if they occupy the same hex. An easy way to move the 2 units together is by linking them together until they reach their destination. Okay, that's good. So you can have your warriors go with the settlers until they get done. Alright.
Excellent.
So you have this escort settler.
With our people prepared, we must now choose our destination.
And apparently that
there is an
unlocked an
area
early
rich in
achievement in the Steam.
resources, not far from the capital.
So
let us send our settlers there.
Okay. I wonder if they mean these ones. Probably these ones. Yeah, the move formation. So it wants us to go here. Okay, so let's take the
Though
settler,
our settlers are safe under the protection of our warriors, our capital is now defenseless. Without the protection of the military, we will more surely become overrun by our enemies.
Ah, it's probably not going to like that. Alright, so, okay. I'm guessing what it's probably saying is build another warrior. In a game of Civilization, once a player loses all of their cities, the game is over. It is very important that you protect your cities, especially your capital, from any foreign threat. Ah, so they want to do range combat here.
Though our warriors are valiant,
a
proper fighting force must be diversified. Slingers provide a different style of combat.
Okay. And range combat's also good for defending cities because they obviously have the ability to go out. They have a hex reach, basically, whereas warriors, they're already in there, so they've got to be attacking the capital for the warriors to be able to do anything. Ah, that's just our builder going, hey, can we do this yet? And actually you can't. I have him go here, and then irrigate the coffee. You might have noticed that your builder unit disappeared after using its last build charge. This is because all of its workforce has been expended. You will need to train more builders as you progress the game to improve the lands around your cities. Alright, now we do have this coffee here, so we can see here, if we look into our city. Nope, wrong button. No. keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry about that. We don't need that one. Oh, that's duh. Well, it's not letting me look at it, but basically, it would show what this is doing, what this is being able to produce. Yeah, because it won't even let me hit the manage city. All right, so that's that. We need to pick a new civic because the craftsmanship just finished. So we can do one of three. We can do military tradition, which gives us some more cards. They all give us cards. So military tradition gives us production towards ancient and classical era and heavy light cavalry units, or strategos, which is a great person and gives us general points. We do straight workforce, which gives us economic policy, gives us extra production, and a conscription option that unit maintenance goes down by gold per unit. Or we got foreign trade, which gives us a actual unit, which is a trader, which allows us to start opening trade routes. It also does roads. And then canvassaries, which gives you more money from trade routes, and production towards naval units. And you can do a war against a type of civilization jointly. So it means you have an ally going. We're going to go the foreign trade route. Alright, they're still going. And the scout, he's going to go and be happy over there. Alright, so it does freeze. And it looks like we've got copper coming up, so that's good. Alright, we'll go the next turn. Alright, so now maybe it'll actually let us look at our city now. Sorry about that. Right now. Yeah. Well, anyway, we're actually going to pause it right here. We are just now starting to get ready to get a city going. As I said, they're going to be moving there pretty soon. Moving there. And we've got our scout is moving out there. Seeing more sheep and chocolate. And then when we come back in, we'll continue our wonderful tutorial of Civilization VI. So I'll see you then. And until then, class dismissed.